Things always seem to break down at the wrong time. Here in my carrier furnace, the inducer fan is starting to fail. The crappy part is that because of the supply shortage, it's going to be a little bit before I can get a motor. And winter is basically here. It's getting cold. All right, good day everybody. We're back in the garage today. Going to continue doing some of the modifications. I'm going to put new boots on the shocks. Get those all bolted up. I need to pull the sway bar off the old axle. I also need to keep an eye on Mr. TC's, which is outside, chilling. What are you doing? Rawr. What are you saying? You saying you want to shut her down? You surely can't tell me you want to go inside. And you want to go inside? You want some chin scratches? Chin scratches all around? And you want to go inside? Is that what this is about? And is it? Give this a quick shot. Brake clean. The cleaner off. The new boot on. This is where the fun's going to begin. I got the shock in on the other side. The problem is, what I found with that one there, is that the inside is just a little bit smaller than what that is. So I have my duck bill and the hydraulic press, punches, hammers. Yeah, we're gonna see what kind of crap show this is gonna be. I don't know, this one here might, use that term loosely, might go in a little bit easier. I gotta be well, that was a real pain in the butt, and it's on. There's the old boot. It got ripped because it was rubbing on the axle when I did the LS Vortex swap. In order for the drive line, as you can see, has got quite the angle on it. I had to use the adjustable uppers to tilt so that the pinion angle's up. And when the pinion angle went up, the back of the perch right there started rubbing on that. So that's why I replaced the boots. But unfortunately, the boot doesn't fit on the bottom. But even with the big rip right there, there didn't seem to be any kind of damage on the rod with collecting dirt, so I should be pretty good. These boots will probably last the life of the shock anyways. Well, let's see if the old 3/8 Milwaukee can pull these bolts out. Nope. Maybe we'll try the number 3, but I think we're too weak. Well, that one came out. What about this one? Nope. You lose a lot of torque in the swivel, so we'll see if we can just get it off with a little short chrome. Nope, nope, she wrote. Sometimes you gotta bring out Big Bertha. That's what you need. This 1/2 inch impact, endless torque. I like it because if you have it on a certain setting, once it breaks it free, it takes off the torque. That's why it slows down. We're out. So this is going to be the fun part right here. When I welded the sway bar brackets on, the instructions said it didn't really matter where you put it. And now we're going to find out if that's true or not. Well, the shit show never seems to end around here. I just kind of marked the differential there in orange. I'm going to flip the sway bar just in case I might have it in wrong. But there's two issues here. One is the touching right there. It's no good. I have to cut some of that housing back. And then secondly, when it comes up, hits those two teeth-like things that where the ABS sensor is. So yeah, not really happy about that. Yeah, I just flipped it around, wanted me absolutely for sure that I wasn't gonna do all that work and realized I had it in backwards. Well, this sucks. This really sucks. I surely don't think I'm the only person who has experienced this. This is gonna suck. Suck huge. I just brought the original 8.8 sway bar in to see if it would fit, and it wouldn't, so I guess I'm gonna have to notch that piece. I'm not a fan of it. It's more beef on this side than the other side because it had a bracket on it, so I think I should be okay to trim it up. Going to do some sketchy shit, going down the rabbit hole. So I got the axle dropped as far as the shock drop. So looks like yeah, a little bit more trimming. Let me try to get in there. You can see that I trimmed it back. Now I gotta trim it at an angle. I think a little bit more work. Should have it done. Well, I'm making some progress. It is slow going, but it's gonna be a while yet. Try to get that, need that sway bar to come down more. Can you see them? Here we go. Try to zoom in. Deer just sitting on the yard, sitting in the yard. Oh yeah, people can't fucking park. Not quite ready to get back to that. We got a bigger issue. I need the keys for the ATV. TC's outside. Hey, buddy. I know. Are you preparing for the big storm tomorrow? Speaking of which, I need to get the plow back on the ATV because we're supposed to get 10 centimeters of snow tomorrow. Man, that seat is really starting to get beat up. Same with this ATV. 2007, I guess it is like 13, 14 years old now. Pro tip. If you don't use your ATV that much like I do, always take the battery out and store it. This battery has lasted me so long because that's the way I've been doing it. And every time I'm done, I take it out again. I also need to do something about this white wiring because you can see the positive is just melted because it's short-circuited right there. But it's got a 30 amp fuse for probably, 2 amp light bar. Seriously. Okay. So I can energize. I think if I cut this circuit out, what I do with my cutters and reattach it, I think I can get my light to work again. So unless that wire is burnt out somewhere else, this should get me back up and going. So now I'm going to energize the circuit with this tool. I can hear the relay click. Oh yeah, light's working. I can see it reflect on the trailer. We're good. We are good. This is where a tool like this comes in handy, because I was able to pre-test the circuit before I hook it up. And if there was a short, it would have told me in this. I was able to test it out, apply power, light came on. I'm good to go. Plow was on. I actually picked up this black bore plow probably a few years ago. It's actually worked all right. And it operates off the winch. The only downside is that the way it's designed, can't really push a lot of snow. If the snow's hard underneath, the blade will lift. I mean, I get it. But if we get that snowstorm tomorrow, 10 centimeters, I'll be ready. I made the mistake last year of driving it in, so then we got that first big dump. I had to shovel out, and back the gate was all full, so I learned, back it in, way you go. Now I'm back to this. So this web is actually on the other side about like that, so I need to come in, kind of follow where those bolt holes are, and that way the sway bar will come down closer. It won't hang up. Nightmarish. I wish I would have known this earlier, but if you are doing this in the TJ and didn't do a LS Vortex swap, you wouldn't have the angle I am. You would have more of an angle coming down, so your pinion would be like another 27 degrees coming down, which would make a big difference. And after I'm done that, I still gotta take those ears down up top. Oh, finally I can take that off. What a mess, but I'm at a situation where I think I'm gonna be good. I got the sway bar connected and bolted up, so coming over here, I got right now it's jacked up and it's sitting on right height, so there's lots of room to come up yet for that sway bar comes down and smacks the pinion housing. So now we get underneath here. I have the suspension sitting as far down as the track bar will allow it. And as you can see, sway bar didn't really move too terribly much. So now I'm back, sitting under the weight of the axle. So the sway bar moved what, inch and a half maybe, and I probably got 4 inches of rotation. Plus I got the bump stops. I should be good. I think I should be good. That was a lot of gross, dirty work, shaving this flange down so the sway bar could come down and almost touch the pinion housing there, but I think I should be good. I won't know, of course, until I take it out wheeling, but theoretically, I'm hoping this will work. Just underneath here, trying to find the best location for the differential breather. That's hopefully not going to be a pain in the butt, and I think I'm going to put it like right here. It's out of the way of the sway bar and everything else. I think that's going to be the best option. Took a bit to get it started. I don't know if it's because I welded it right close to that spot, so the metal's a little bit hardened. But alright, I can be liberal. The silicone. This way I can make sure there won't be any leaks. That's all taken care of. In case you're wondering, I just used a magnet. Get all the metal filings out inside. I think it's time to shut her down. Keep this video short because there was a shit show starting off with the furnace and the sway bar and everything else just wasn't going my way. I'm hoping that the furnace parts will come in before next weekend because I really want to head out. I really want to head out and test out my diesel furnace that I created in the case to make sure that it works. Hasn't updated in a few days, and it was in Ontario. So I'm hoping that maybe it'll update like tomorrow night or something and tell me that it's going to be in Calgary pretty quick. But I'm also, since things are on the downside, I'm looking online and used ads and people that, you know, upgraded their furnace, whatever, to look for a furnace that's the same model number as mine and pick it up for a decent price. Then I got a whole bunch of parts in case something fails. That's what the game plan is. But I think it's time to shut her down. I've got to where I need to be. Start off fresh. Start off doing something good. Setting the axle up, building the track bar, getting that set up. Control arm, springs, putting everything in, taking it out a million times. I think we're over the hump right now. Just getting things laid out on the table. All new backing plates. I got these from East Coast Gear Supply. I picked up all these parts a while ago. Everything breaks because if I tried to probably pick them up now, I most likely wouldn't be able to get them because everything seems to be out of stock and on a waiting list. At least I still got stock in the fridge. Beer stock. Yes, sir. Let's crack this open. Motherfucking beer time. I got a Caribou Blonde local BC beer. I don't mind it. It's a pretty good beer for camping. I actually prefer the Caribou Green. It's a lager, but can't get it in a 15 pack. At least not that I could find in Calgary. Anyways, cheers, everybody. The next hardest part of the project is going to be running the brake lines, putting in the bearings, the seal, putting the brakes in the axle. All that should be pretty straightforward, except trying to figure out how I'm going to do the brake lines. Because I got the brake line that comes down from the frame of the Jeep. I got to mount somewhere, and that's going to tee off. And those have to go to the rubber line somewhere. So once I get the calipers mounted, I get the brake line put on. I can see how long the brake lines are. Find a good safe spot where I can mount them. And then try to tube my brake lines somewhere where the T is, where the track bar is not going to get in the way. And it's not going to hit something else. So that's going to be probably the next most challenging part. Then after that, I got a 3/4 ton master cylinder. I was going to replace the master cylinder I got Will I have to get an adjustable proportional valve or try to find a TJ proportional valve that was set up for disc brakes? That's something else I'm going to have to look at. I haven't got that far yet. I'm going to try it the way it is with the larger moused cylinder and see. But that's where I'm at right now. Motherfucking beer time, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed the short video. I'll see you in the next one.